in the case of an 8-year-old boy found dead in an irrigation canal near Boise, Idaho. Little girl, just 7 years old, says she was playing outside with little Robert Manwill the night he disappeared, July 24th. She was on a green swing. He was on a red one. Get that picture. It's the picture of childhood, summertime innocence, just swinging on a swing. How do we get from that to finding one of these little kids dead? We'll take your calls. 1-877-TEL-HLN is the number. Joining us again to talk about it, Steve Rogers, former member of the FBI Joint Terrorism Task Force. He's also a detective lieutenant for the Nutley, New Jersey Police Department. And joining us by phone, Greg Hahn, local news editor of the Idaho Statesman. Greg, let's talk about reports that this little girl saw him. They played together on the swings. What's the time frame of that? When did she actually play with him on the swings in the playground there?
This little girl, whose memory seems to be pretty good, thinks it was about between 7 and 7:30, and that was what we imagine now was maybe the first reports coming from police, or coming from her and her family, that he had been seen there on the playground. Of course, things have been really changed a lot that night. That we know he wasn't reported missing until after 10 o'clock.
Right. Let me hit on that with you again, Greg. The time frame. I mean, who was definitively the last person to see him, and at what time?
Well, the last person that we know about is this little girl.
The little girl.
And she sat on the swings with him. She says he got off the swings. He went to one of those little playground motorcycles that you pretend to ride, and he went home and she went home, and her family says she got home about the time their older kids were heading out to the pool, and it was about 7:30.
All right, let's go. Go ahead, real quick, Greg.
If police know more, they haven't told us.
Okay. Steve, how does what this little 7-year-old saying fit into the investigation? What do you do with it if you're an investigator in this case?
Very critical information this young girl gave the police. Now we have the young victim on a swing going home. What happened after he arrived at home? That's the question the police are going to need to answer.
Okay. We're going to take a quick break on that front. We come back, more reporting from the Idaho Statesman about where was Mom? Where was Robert Manwill's mom when he went missing? Who was in charge of this little guy? We'll take your calls on this one as well. The number 1-877-TEL-HLN.